Hi there, Monica here, and I'm going to do a video tip on how to use Facebook groups as bookmarks. Much better than using the Facebook Save feature. You'll see why as we go through this. So the first thing you want to do is start at the groups landing page on Facebook. If you don't know how to get to your groups, you can just go to facebook.com/groups. There you will see at the top, there's kind of a new layout where they have different types of groups you can look at. The first landing page is suggested groups that Facebook suggests for you, but you can see your friends groups, you can see groups that are nearby, local groups, any new group invitations or groups you've been added to, and then of course all of your groups that you're a member of. We're going to work on this tutorial on how to create a group, and I'm going to show you what I use them for. And there are several ways you can create a group. You can just click on the green button there, but if you're already on Facebook on your home feed, if you go over to the left side, scroll down to groups, you should see an option there to create a group. And also from within any group, if you're part of a member of any group, on the right side, there's a green button there underneath the About section that'll usually be accessible for you to create a group. So it doesn't matter how you get there, but when you create a group, you will end up on this little window here, where you'll need to give the group a name and add at least one member. You can't create a group without at least a second member, but I'll show you how to remove that after you've created it. So for this example, I created a group called Monica's Recipes. I added my husband as my second member. He's very used to me doing this, adding him and then removing him to groups. And then you check select the privacy level of your group. I will usually choose closed or secret for a group like this, but it's up to you. You can click on the link there to learn more about how the privacy of groups is, what the differences are. I also have a blog post that I'll put a link to in the description here that goes over those 3 different types and everything that, all the things you can and can't do depending on which one you choose. So go ahead and click Create once you've done that, and then you don't have to do this, but if you want to choose an icon, you can. You can totally just skip this if you want, and then click OK, and you will be in your group here. So the first thing you want to do once you've set up your group is go in and remove that second member. So click on Members, and then there you'll see I have my husband there. I'm going to click on the little gear icon below his name. That's going to give me the option to remove him from the group. Once I do that, then I will be the only member of this group. It'll be a group of 1. So here's how I use it. Usually when I find something on Facebook that I like, some people say, oh, I'll just share it to myself to save it, or they'll use the new save feature. That's great. Those are good options, but they're not as good as the one I'm going to show you. So here's an example of something that I came across back in 2013. And this is when I first started doing this. I saw this post about somebody how to get rid of a migraine headache, and I thought it was really interesting. I didn't have a headache at the time, but I do tend to get them not very often, once or twice a year. So I figured the next time I have one, I'm going to try this. So I wanted to bookmark it. So I went to Share, and when you click on Share, you'll have this option here, and you'll have different options of what to share to. You can share to your timeline, on a page you manage, in a group. So for this example, for what we're trying to do here, you want to select in a group and then just start typing the name of the group you want to share. So if it was recipes or whatever. For this one, I think I had one called Monica's Recipes and Other Cool Things I Find on Facebook, and it was the first one I'd ever created for this purpose. After a while I realized I need groups for all kinds of things, and I'll show you all the different ones I've created since. But start typing that in, and when it pops up, it'll show down below, select it to choose that one, and then just click share. Either if it's a photo, it'll say share photo, share link. Anyway, you want to go ahead and share it, and then in your group, here's that Monica's Recipes and Other Cool Things I Find on Facebook group. You can actually share in here or search in here by clicking on the magnifying glass in the top right corner. This is something you can't do on your timeline or with the new Facebook Save links. So you want to go ahead and type in there any keywords or anything to find what you're looking for, which was really beneficial for me because I didn't need that link until about a year later. I just typed in the word migraine and I was able to find it right away. So even though I had added it back in December of 2013. So I actually use groups for all kinds of things. I have my recipes, I have, maybe content that I want to share on my business page that maybe I'm scrolling through and it's just not an optimal time. If it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I may want to share it later. Or just add it to my editorial calendar. Quotes I find, pictures, audio links is one I use when I'm downloading like MP3 links, or somebody sends me a link for an audio, or I get a free download. I just put the links all in this group so I can go back into that group like from my phone. I can launch Facebook from my phone, go to the group, click on the link, and it'll start playing it right there through my phone, and I can listen to something, um, an audio while I'm making dinner or something. So all kinds of ideas. I could talk all day about all the different things I do, but this is just kind of give you a little snapshot of some of the things I use. And then the next example, we'll talk about how when you're outside of Facebook, and how to use this. So if you're on a blog site or another website and you see an article or something you want to save, you look for the little share icons, the social share icons, and find the Facebook one that says share, and click on that from within another website or blog. And you'll follow the same steps. This little window will pop up and you can choose where you want to share it. Of course, you want to select in a group and then just start typing in the name of the group. So I'm going to share this in my brain stuff group, where I put all kinds of stuff related to brain that I like to share or research. And so I'm part of several groups that have the word brain in it. So as I start typing that in, they'll all start to populate below. You just select the one that you want to add it to. And you could even say something there about it. Like I use this as a kind of a keyword area where I want to type in the word stress, or something related to why I'm saving it, so that later I can just type that in the search of my group and find this article much faster. And then I'll just click on share. So then there you'll see, this is just my home feed here. On the left side, I can actually click on that actual group and I'll be taken to that group. And if I want to search for it later, I can just type it in there in the search box. So on the mobile app, you can do this as well. Here is something that I found scrolling through my newsfeed on my phone through the Facebook mobile app. And I went to click on share because I wanted to share this for later. I wasn't going to share it right away. So when you do that, you want to click on write post after clicking on share from the mobile app. And that's where you will get all of your, up at the top it'll say share. If you click on the little down arrow at the top, you'll be able to choose from all of these different options. So choose group from the share options, and then start typing in the name of the group, or if you see it there, go ahead and select it. If you don't, then just start typing it and it should pop up. Depends on how many groups you're a part of. I think I'm over 100 groups, so I always have to kind of type in a few letters to help me find the group I want to share to. And then you can go ahead and you'll see that you're sharing to that group. You can again type in some information if you want, some keywords to help you find it later, and then just post it. So here is the post that I made in the group, and if I wanted to go back and see it, I can click on the little more button down at the option down at the bottom right. It's got the 3 little lines, and then scroll through where my groups are on my phone app. Find that group, click on it, and then I'll be in that group there, and I'll be able to see what I had just posted in there. One thing I noticed recently that is new, or at least is new to me, I didn't notice this before, is that you can search within groups on the mobile app. That's something you could not do in the past. It's one of the pet peeves I had about groups on the mobile app, but it looks like now you can search. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to be checking that feature out. Another thing I like to do is scroll down to the comment section, and this is whether it's on the mobile or the desktop. And if it's a group where I'm like sharing content for later, I find an article in the middle of the night or too early in the morning for me to share at that time, or I know I want to share it next week because it relates to something else, I'll just save it in this group. And then when I'm ready to post it and share it on my page, I will just comment kind of the date that I sent it, so that I know, okay, that one I've already shared. So anything that doesn't have a comment with a date, I know I still haven't shared yet on one of my pages or timeline or wherever. Plus, if I want to share it again later in the future, I can look back and see how long ago it had been. If it's been long enough, then I might want to share it again. So that's just a little extra. Again, there's lots of different things you can do, but that's an option too, especially if you're collaborating with somebody. Just put in a little, I posted on or shared on, and put the date as a comment on that post. If you like this tip, you can get some more by subscribing to my video channels and my website. But if you're a direct seller, I want to bring your attention to my ebook, The Top 25 Tips for Direct Sellers. It's actually my best-selling ebook right now. It's available on my website under the Products tab. And for watching this video, you can get a 25% discount at checkout by entering the code video25, and that will give you 25% off not just this ebook, but anything else in your cart at the time of checkout. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. Tips like this are in there with all kinds of other ones too. Some of my best ones are in there. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, you can get more tips and videos by subscribing to my monthly newsletter, becoming a fan on Facebook, or subscribing to my video channel. The links are all there, and they're also down below in the description of this video. Take care.